All right, kids. So a lot of people always ask me, like, how exactly is it that we do the accountability? So, there's two main apps we do in the 28-day challenge. The main app we use across the board, not even a question. This is the app that probably you have to use this app. Otherwise, a big part of it's not even working. MyFitnessPal. It's our go-to app for tracking food. And, the second program we use is called Trainerize. And a lot of people always ask me, like, well, Jay, why do you use two different apps? Well, the reason why is this, right? Like, Trainerize is an app that we use with our clients, right? When they're going through the coaching program and they're working with us. But, at a certain point, like, you're going to stop doing the 28-day challenge, or you're going to stop working with your coach, or you're going to hit your goal, and like you're going to move on from using the app. So when that time comes, and this is an app that we pay for our clients. So if you're not coaching with us, you're not going to have the app forever. So the whole premise behind this 28-day challenge is teach you guys how to do stuff you can carry on for the rest of your life. So for me, it just made no sense to teach you how to do the important stuff on a program that, like, you're not going to have forever. You might even be super successful with this, but if then we cut that rug out from underneath you, like, what are you going to do from there? So I took a step back and I'm like, all right, do we go for simplicity and just use one app and get people results early and then let them worry about it later? Or do we add in the second app and make it a more sustainable thing? So this way we can teach them how to do the super important stuff on something they're going to have forever. And that's what we did. So when we track the food for you guys, and the cool thing is these two apps integrate together. Everything you enter inside of MyFitnessPal will get connected to Trainerize, and we can see it all inside of the coaching app. However, the stuff you enter inside the coaching app doesn't go into into MyFitnessPal. It just doesn't work that way. But like when you're in MyFitnessPal, which we'll cover at another time, right? But when you're tracking your calories on your Apple Watch or your Fitbit and it's getting uploaded to your MyFitnessPal, that gets uploaded to Trainerize. When you're tracking your calories and you're tracking your food for the day and your deficits or your overages, all that stuff gets pushed into Trainerize. So when the coaches go in, we have a really quick one-stop snapshot of what's going on all across the board, and we can really see what's going on for you guys and give you the best feedback possible because we're looking at everything, right? And then when the coaching program is done, the whole point of this 28-day challenge is to really help you develop the skill sets, the mindsets, and the daily habits required to keep the stuff going on your own. Well, you don't need the coaching app anymore because you're doing this shit every day on your own regardless. And now it's a matter of just tracking your food and just making sure you're monitoring things in there to keep yourself going in the right direction. So that's why we use two different apps, MyFitnessPal and Trainerize. Now, myself personally, anybody who works directly with me, you know that I use a third app called Voxer. And Voxer is basically, it's a walkie-talkie text messaging app where you can send text messages, images, videos, record voice recordings, have voice recording transcribed into text and vice versa. And the reason why I do it is, one, it makes the communication process between you guys and myself so much easier. We don't have to worry about trying to get on phone calls and finding times to work, on both sides of the calendar. We can just get right into it. The other side of it too is that, like, at least for me anyway, I get a million messages that come through my phone all day long for a bunch of different things. The last thing I wanted to have happen is have you guys get to a point where you feel like, oh shit, Jay never got back to me, but it wasn't my intention. It just got lost in the thread of millions of messages that are going on. So what Voxer does for me, it lets me keep the coaching messages separate from all the other messages I get in my daily life. So when I see a coaching message come in, I know I have to get back to you guys right away. And these other millions of messages or whatever it is, I can get back to those later. That's why I personally use Voxer. Voxer, there's a free version of Voxer. You do not need to pay for it. I pay for it on my end. It's like $3 or $5 a month. It just makes the communication process so much easier for me. What I will tell you though is that I know a lot of people that have done coaching with us that have used Voxer usually end up keeping it afterwards and using it in their own stuff because, like, it's just such a handy tool. Anyway, I digress. So I wanted to go over the 12-point check system we have to basically keep people accountable, where you're not going to necessarily hit all 12 of these every single day. Some of these things you will want to be hitting on a daily basis. Some of these things you won't be hitting on a daily basis. Because like right here on the screen where it says work, do I have a little highlighter? No, I don't. Hold on. Do I have a highlighter? I used to have a highlighter with this. There is no more highlighter. I am so sad. Damn it, I really like that highlighter too. Anyway, so right here on the screen where it says workout, right? I don't know if you guys can see that. If you're working out 7 days, if your programming requires you to work out 7 days a week, that's cool. But if your goal is only to work out 3 days a week, when I'm going through this list, right? Like I'm not expecting to see 7 days. I'm just looking to see 3 workouts checked off over the course of 7 days. So like hypothetically, for me, all weeks start on a Monday, right? Let's say you get to it's Friday night. I'm looking inside of your app. I only see 1 workout in there for the week, and I know as per your new client intake form, you're going to be doing. You said you committed to 3 times a week for the 28-day challenge. You're going to get a text message or a phone call from me. Mary, what's up? This is Jay. Listen, I hope everything's going good. I know we got a great weekend coming up. Listen, just wanted to check in and see if everything's okay. I know you only had a chance to get 1 workout in this week. I know you have a plan. Probably you're going to the gym tomorrow and on Sunday. You're going to crush it. Do me a favor. I just wanted to make some notes on my end. What are you doing at the gym tomorrow? Let me know when you get a second. Now, the reality is you weren't planning on going to the gym tomorrow. You were going to take the day off, skip it, and be like, fuck it, I'll start next week. But because now somebody's checking your shit, you're like, oh, my God. He always knows. He always knows. Hey, Jay, what's up? It's Mary. You're going to be saying, you're so right. I was going to the gym. I'm going to the gym right now. I'm going to the gym tomorrow. I'm going to get my 3 days a week. And just with that, we took you from giving in to mediocrity again versus checking the box and getting the job done. So certain tasks like workout, they're not going to be done every day, but we want to make sure we hit the number per week that we agreed upon because you guys are going to help us build this program with you, right? It's only fair that way. However, there are going to be certain things like avoiding sweets and junk food. You're going to be doing that for the entire 28 days while you're on the program. Avoiding alcoholic beverages. Yes, you're going to be avoiding that the entire time you're on the program. Oh my God, Jay, but I usually have my drink on the weekends. 52 fucking weeks in a year, dude. You can do them any of the other 48 you want. These 4 weeks belong to me. It's that's just a level of commitment we're looking for you to give yourself, for you the guys to give yourselves during these 4 weeks. I can sit here and explain to you all the different reasons why it makes sense not to drink while you're on a diet. I know people do, and they still get results, but it's a lot harder, and you got to put a lot more effort in, especially if anybody watching this, if you're that busy mom or dad who really has no time to get to the gym, it's hard for you to do the dieting stuff, and you're really scraping by it to get the little bit of done as it is, that drink is probably going to kill so much of what you are able to fit in. That's why we say, listen, for 4 weeks, when you're making your changes, don't worry about it. Don't drink, don't worry about it. You can do it afterwards when you're in a maintenance phase. And that's just the honest truth of it. Could you get away with drinking? You could. But do you really want to take that gamble? Like why waste the time you're putting into it, right? Logging all your shit to my fitness pal. That's going to be a daily thing. You're logging your food every day. However, turning on your wearable fitness device before starting your workout, obviously you're not going to do that if you're not working out today. So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to go through the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, the 12-point check system. And you'll notice on Sundays, I'm going to skip forward to a Sunday. Sundays, there's 2 extra ones in there that I'm going to go over in a second. But these are our, try to say that 5 times fast. This is our success system. And these are the daily habits, the skill sets and the mindsets that if you do these things on the day that's supposed to be done on, you're going to be successful. Not even a question about it, right? By the way, when you guys do the program with us, there's going to be an app that you guys get, and what's on your phone is basically going to be what you see on the screen right here, just the mobile top version. For those of you guys who are going to be following along on your own, you're going to have the printout sheets. A lot of you guys are going to get the do-it-yourself version of the 28-day challenge. That is quickly turning into one of my favorite client fast start guides. But there are a couple things we're going to want to put inside of there to make updates for. One of them being updating the checklist we have for you guys, right? There's a couple things in there we didn't put in the first time we did it, and there's a couple other things I want to add in, but rather than putting them in right now, I wanted to hold off because we're going to probably do some more updates after that and really make it so that we have one document that covers everything start to finish. So if there's anything missing for you guys, for those of you guys who are going to be doing this on your own, just following along with us, if you feel like you're missing something from like the packet that you should have, just send me a text message or a DM. We'll get that right out to you right away. All right. So the first one, this is going to be your workout. So you notice you have workout and you have general. What this comes down to is this. You're going to have your weight training workouts and you're going to have your cardio workouts. You need both to get results, right? That's just the bottom line. I'm not going to sit here and give you the laundry list of reasons and examples and, success cases where people were doing weight training with no cardio and we fixed it and they got results, or people were doing cardio with no weight training and we fixed it and they got results. We're just not going to go through that. You can go look at the testimonials and all the other bullshit we have up, right? Workout. Whenever you do any kind of strength training or resistance training workout, you're going to check the blue box. So you'll notice that blue box right here is highlighted by like a kettlebell. It is blue, right? And it's blue. So you can quickly go through here. Like there's a whole example of how to add stuff for your workout. Honestly, guys, when you go to success, when you go to do it, when you're done, there should be a little circle where you can just enter your stats, right? Where is it? You mark it as complete and you'll get a little checkbox inside of there. Way easier to do on the phone. It's just a little box in the top right-hand corner that says mark is complete and you're good, right? And you'll notice that when you do that, that you get a little checkbox in there. So when the coaches go in, that's how we know, hey, this person did this thing. They did the workout for the day, right? Now, general, this is going to be your cardio. And the reason why, it says general instead of cardio is there's different types of cardio, like biking, running, skiing, lacrosse, football, swimming, but it's hard to program specific stuff for everybody. So general is just any kind of cardio workout you do. So case in point, if you go to the gym and you're doing the elliptical for 15 minutes, that's cardio. What you would do is you would go inside of here, right? And it's got the green for go, right? Blue for the body, green for go for cardio, right? And it's got the little running sneaker right next to it. It's going to ask you to enter your stats. You can. I really don't for people. I just really go to save, right? And you mark it as complete, because what we're going to have you guys do is any stats you're going to save, you're going to save those inside of MyFitnessPal. And we'll do a different video where we walk through the MyFitnessPal stuff, but there's a note section inside of your daily logs, right underneath where you log your food, where you can actually log all your workout data where, I get a lot of people who come to me all the time that are like, Jay, I'm just not losing weight. I'm not seeing the results. I should be getting why is this not working, right? And I say, great, what have you been doing? And I get the, I've been doing this. No, I don't know. What the fuck are you doing? So what I tell most people is this: if you know you're going to need help, you log your workouts, your diet, everything for about 7 to 10 days leading up to that. You bring it to the trainer you're going to be working with, and then we can start helping you get results right away and making changes because we know what you were doing. Otherwise, we're just shooting blindly into the wind, and then we're guessing, and that's 7 to 10 days of guesswork we don't need done. So we're going to show you how to track all your stuff inside of MyFitnessPal, and that'll just transfer over to here. All I care about is, did you hit your cardio? Did you do cardio today? And did you do weight training? Now, there's going to be days where for some of you guys, your workout is going to be just weight training and not cardio. So for a day like that, you would check just the workout box and not the cardio. And you're not going to get penalized for not collecting both, right? You did a workout. That's all I care about. There's going to be days for some of you, one of the moms we're working with right now, she has a hard time getting to the gym. So she can't do weight training, but she can go for a quick jog down the block and back, for 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night. She was obviously doing this in the summertime. It's a little cold for that shit right now. But that counted as cardio. So she would check the cardio box, the green one, and not the resistance training workout. Where another one of my clients, same situation, but he was doing a bunch of pull-ups and push-ups at his house. Push-ups, pull-ups, and bodyweight squats. There's a workout we did for him that a lot of you guys know. It's a very big CrossFit workout. Pretty good, right? It's 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 bodyweight squats, and he went through as many times as he could in a 20-minute period, right? He threw a run in there outside of his garage down the block and back up, so there was cardio. So a workout like that, even though there wasn't weight training, it was strength training because he was doing body weight as his resistance training. So He checked both boxes. Or if you take one of our classes with us, that counts as both boxes. So at the end of the day, as long as you check one or the other, you're good. But, we try to tell people if you do both, you're going to get better results, right? Turn on your wearable fitness device before you start working out. Once again, if you check these little buttons, you'll get some kind of quick little reminders. What this does is that we're going to show you guys how to connect your MyFitnessPal or your Fitbit, not your MyFitnessPal, your Apple Watch or your Fitbit to your MyFitnessPal. So this way, when you're burning off calories in your workout, we're going to see if you're burning off too many calories or if you're not burning off enough calories. I had another client back in one of our first challenges. She was eating about 1,200 calories, which is what she was supposed to on the workout, but she wasn't losing any weight. If anything, she was gaining weight. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, she's gaining body fat. So we went in and we looked. She was working out with us in the class, but then she was going home at night and running for an hour on top of that. She was burning like 350 calories in the class. She was burning like another close to 400 on her run. So she was burning 750 calories a day, but she was only eating 1,200. And we were like, dude, you're starving yourself. Your body's going into fucking starvation mode and it's starting to store everything as fat. So like we were able to see what she was burning off in addition to what she was taking in. And we were able to balance out that sheet. I don't think I'm shocking anybody telling this. I did a lot of steroids for a long time. And a lot of times in the beginning, this is the reason why I'm telling you the story. I didn't get the results I should have gotten with the stuff I was using. And I remember I went to one of my coaches and I'm like, what's going on? And he started explaining to me how I wasn't eating enough to give my body the fuel it needs to build the muscle, to recover from the workouts. And that's why I wasn't losing body fat. And that's why I wasn't building muscle. And he's like, you have to eat more. And I tried to fight it. But then I said one day, fuck it, I'm just going to eat what he's telling me for 30 days. And if I get fat, I don't give a shit. And that's the year I had abs. Go figure, right? So we've tracked the calories you're burning off through your wearable fitness device before you start your workout. So this way we can see exactly what's going on and to see if, number 2, we hit that burn goal for 300 calories. Everybody's going to have a different number. We kind of go off of about 20 to 25% of your basal metabolic rate, which we figure out through the InBody. But like this little checkbox right here, hey, did you remember where you start your wearable fitness device today? Ah, shit, I forgot to do it today. At least you can remember to do it tomorrow. Did you burn your 300 calories today? Yes. Like what I tell my clients is before you get to your car and pull off from the gym, go inside of your app, check the boxes that apply. Don't be the person who waits till the end of the night to fucking do all this shit because you're going to forget and you're not going to remember certain things. You should be opening this app like 3 or 4 times a day. Wait. On the way to the gym, okay, great, I finished it. What did I do? Okay, great. Did I take my supplements today? Great, check that box off. Did I check in with my coach today? Great, check that box off. Because the more you look at it, the more it's going to get burned in your brain what you should be doing. Utilize progressive overload. This is a big one for our classes, right? Don't get stuck in the trap of using the exact same weight, the exact same reps, and the exact same intensities for your workouts. We see it in our classes too, where a lot of our members, like if you came in 4 months ago, they're using 10-pound dumbbells for bicep curls, and they're doing 12 reps. And you come in now, and they're doing the same 12 pounds and the same reps, and they haven't made any progress with their arms because they're not challenging themselves little bits more. There's a lot of ways you can make exercises a little bit more difficult, but you're basically, when you're doing this stuff, giving your body something to something to get used to, and something that it's not used to, and it gets used to it and adapts and it grows. But once it's adapted, there's no more change. So the progressive overload is constantly chasing something harder so your body has a reason to keep getting better, right? So case in point, right? The 3 red ones we just had right here. The red pin, the red pin, the red pin. And then obviously these 2 workouts right here. Those are not going to be daily things. Those are going to be things you want to do on the days where you're working out. But if you don't check those boxes on a particular day, it's not going to count against you. Those are not daily habits. Those are habits for the days that you work out. Your daily habits, though, we're going to get over right now. Those are represented by the little yellow star looking thing right here on the side. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 daily habits, right? Avoiding sweets and junk food, right? Very simple. Very simple to do. So you get to the end of the day, you get done eating dinner. Great. Okay. This would be one you probably do before bed. Did I avoid sweets and junk food? Great. If you avoided sweets and junk food, you check the box. If you did not avoid sweets and junk food, do not check the box. Now, that being said, but Jay, you told me I'm going to get kicked out of the program. Hear me out. The workout stuff, there's a 20% variance on everything we do. If you hit 20% of what you're supposed to do that day, it's gonna be considered a successful day. Now, you have your 7 daily habits, right? 7 times 15 is 105%, right? So realistically, you can miss. I know I said 80%. We give you guys the benefit of 30, right? You can miss 1 or 2 of these every day and still consider being had a successful day. Once you fall below that like 70 to 80% success rate, okay, then the day wasn't a successful day. You missed too much out of it. So if there's a day where you did everything except avoiding sweets and junk food, just don't check the box, because we're gonna go in and show you how to help fix it and make it better. It might be a matter of like, Jay, I just don't know. I gotta have that snack in the middle of the day. Well, why do you feel that way? I just get so run down and tired. And then we go look in your MyFitnessPal and we realize it's because your carbs are too low on either breakfast or dinner. So we adjust it, and now you feel like you don't need that snack anymore. So the goal is to not kick you out of the program. The goal is just to figure out where you're having issues so we can go in and fix these things, right? So if you just didn't have it, like if you had it, just don't check the box, right? Avoiding alcoholic beverages, that was pretty self-explanatory. We're just going to avoid alcohol for the 28 days. It will take you about 2 days to get back into the fat burning mode the way you want to be after a night of drinking, basically. On a hormonal level and body fat and everything, we're just going to keep it simple. It's going to take you about 2 days to recover from that. And that's a lot of time considering we're only looking at a 28-day window. Lose the weight, get the results you're looking for, and then afterwards we can add the alcohol back in responsibly once you're in a maintenance phase. But a 28-day challenge is not a maintenance phase, right? Let's get that clear. Logging all your snacks and meals to MyFitnessPal. That is non-negotiable. You will log your food every day so we can help you out going the right direction. People who do the logging of the food to MyFitnessPal get results. The people that don't do it, they don't get results. It's honestly, it's that simple, because the food is going to have the biggest impact on your results. And if you're not doing that, like that's like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Taking your daily supplement stack, right? So we had a lot of stuff. This is actually, I got to go in and update this. So daily supplement stack, right? Like protein powders and multivitamins, guys, like those aren't fucking supplements to me. That's like protein powders and multivitamins are just the shit that people who get results in the gym do. Protein makes up for your macronutrient of protein, right? And the multivitamin makes up for your micronutrients. And the macro and the micronutrients combine are what gives your body the nutrition to keep itself going, growing, and getting better, right? Most people are deficient in some kind of a vitamin. This is just making sure you have everything you need. Oh my God, Jay, but when I take the vitamins, I heard you piss half it out. Yeah, but you're using the other half. And it's making sure you got your shit, all right? Besides, it's a $30 bottle of vitamins usually, depending where people buy. Like, it's not the end of the world, right? The protein powder, a lot of people in the beginning, when we tell them how much protein they should be eating, it's a lot for them, and they don't know how to get it in. So in the beginning, the protein shakes are a very nice tool to help get you your protein goal while you're getting used to eating more amounts of protein from real solid food, right? It just makes it easier to hit those numbers. Outside of that, like I usually get asked, a lot, like, Jay, what's the best fat burner? And I can tell you after years of experience, the best fat burner is better sleep. That's a whole other conversation we can have later on. But like, there's different types of magnesium out there, vitamin K, vitamin D, that really help give you better sleep aid. I will never admit this to my wife. Hopefully she does not watch this video, because then I have to admit to her that I was wrong. She wanted me to take magnesium for the longest time. And I'm like, no, it's fucking retarded. I don't want to do that. You're just taking all these pills. And she got me on it, and it's a game changer. You start taking magnesium, obviously check with your doctor first. Or if you're like, oh, what kind of magnesium should I take? Just go on ChatGPT, figure out the one that makes sense for you. But like magnesium will help increase your sleep. And if you get better sleep, you're gonna lose body fat. You're gonna build more muscle, and you're gonna have more energy. And you'll be a nicer person, right? So it's the difference between buying the vitamins versus taking the vitamins. So this is a reminder. Hey, did you take your shit today? Right? Last meal 2 to 3 hours before bed. Okay. Now I live in a little place called reality. I know for some of you guys out there that is not realistic. There's been tons of studies that show the most important thing is hitting your macros and getting your protein goal, right? Stay within the calorie bounds that we send you. I got a wicked glare now on my computer. Stay within the calorie ranges we give you and hit your protein goal. That is the most important thing, right? Everything else after that helps. But if you're having a hard time burning belly fat and, you have trouble sections, making sure you hit those numbers 2 to 3 hours before bed will prevent a spike in your insulin levels and blood sugar, and it'll definitely help out with the process. So last meal, 2 to 3 hours before bed, if you can do that, right? Check in with your coach daily. Now, this one is going to be very important for you guys on the free program, because for those of you guys who may or may not opt into the first option where you're working with me directly, like I said, we're only taking on 3 or 4 of those people. This is going to be I'm going to be reaching out to you. So you're going to be hearing from me. You're not going to have a chance to fall off. But for those of you guys doing the free version, there's going to be days where you don't hear from your coach because we're only checking in with you every other day, every 3 days, worst case scenario. So you'll get 2, 3, 4 messages a week from us in different ways, shapes, or form. But you should be checking in with your coach on a daily basis. Hey, coach, went to the gym today. Here's what I did. Hey, coach, successful day yesterday. Hey, coach, here's what I'm doing today. Because the more you do that, the more you're going to be on top of your shit during the day. And the more you're on top of your shit during the day, the more attention you're going to give to it, the better you'll stick to it. So checking in with your coach daily, right? Even if it's just a heads up. Hey, coach, what's going on? Following the program today. Everything's great. Talk to you tomorrow. Check in with your coach daily. This is another one that doesn't make sense, but people who do this get better results. And then last but not least, getting 6 hours of sleep a night, right? Same thing. Especially now with, me having the torn quad or whatever and the knee surgery shit, I make sure I get 6, worst case, usually 7 to 8 hours. Guys, it's going to help out. I am a very firm believer that, a majority, me tearing my quad off my knee was a conglomerate of all the different decisions and choices and things I've done, working out, steroids in the past, all the crap I went through with the Marines, being at the burn pits, all that chemical exposure, all that shit, but also a big part of it is I'm convinced that working out as hard, as intensely as I did, but not getting the adequate rest for years on end, because I just pushed myself, right? I'm always trying to do more. I'm convinced that did have something to do with it, and my body just wasn't able to recover or repair from really intense workouts, which eventually caught up to me. So for the 6 hours of sleep, that is, especially for the 28 days while you're doing the stuff and doing the things and getting it all in, getting 6 hours of sleep is really crucial. And I can tell you, for the most part, for the past 2 years, have been getting 6 hours of sleep. But it'll be a nap in the daytime for an hour, and then it'll be 5 hours later on. Or, I would at least at a minimum try to catch up on the weekends. If I owe myself an hour of sleep or 2 hours, I would take a nap. But the sleep component, ironically, a lot of people sleep on the sleep component, but it really is a big part of it. And you don't really realize it until you're older, and you're like, shit, it does make a big difference. So that's why we put, especially for people with the stubborn fat loss. If you're having a hard time losing weight, one of the first things you should look at are your hormones and get your blood work done, and then check your sleep. If you're doing the workouts and you're doing the food, usually it's one of those two things right there. But that's the checklist. And like I said, I promise you, we're going to go to Sunday. No. Give me a second. I'll find it. I passed it up. It's the 5th. Okay. Sunday. Plan out the upcoming week, right? This is just a secret to being successful, guys. Having a game plan for the upcoming week is one of the biggest secrets to success we have here. You should have accounted for all the following by the time Sunday is done. What am I going to eat each day? Do I need to go to the store and buy anything? Are there any situations, events, or busy days coming up that I need to plan for? Maybe you got some shit coming up and you got to figure out how to bounce back from it. Do I need to adjust anything in my eating plan? Maybe you feel like the weight's creeping up on yourself and you got to adjust your stuff. Do I need to pre-map out my times to eat meals or to work out so I don't miss forgetting them? You might have days where you're super busy and you got to plan out, hey, here's when I'm going to eat my meal. Here's when I'm going to do my workout. Here's when I'm going to eat my meal. Here's when I'm going to do my workout. But this level of planning ahead, which is what nobody does, it's a secret of the success, right? And the last but not least, the weekly check-ins. You guys will still be getting the weekly check-ins, even with the free version. Fill them out, send it back to us. So when we do your weekly review for you guys, we can actually give you feedback on the stuff that, not just the food and the workout stuff, but all the other stuff that's going on there too. You'll get this through a text message and an email, assuming you didn't block me already. But here's the link to one of them that will come through and we'll get back to us. It takes 3 minutes to fill her out. It's really just help giving us more feedback as to how the program's for you, how the program's going for you, and if there's anything we have to add in, modify, or talk about to like help make sure you're getting results in addition to the diet stuff and the working out. Because the diet and the working out is not the only part of it. There's a lot of other factors that go in there that, you know, most people have never utilized this part because they were good. Some people utilize this part every single week, and that's why they've gotten the results they gotten, because like they figured out how to get to that learning curve a lot faster. And I just dropped my thing. So that is all I have for you guys right now. That is like the quick overview of our 12-point success system, 14 points on a Sunday. You'll see some other miscellaneous stuff inside of there, like on Mondays, track your body stats. I think it's Mondays and Thursdays we have them in for. That's you just stepping on the scale and saying, okay, great, here's what I weigh today. So this way, even though weight doesn't matter, we like to track your weight to see which way the directions are trending in. It might be going a little forward, it might be going a little backwards, but you'll notice as it keeps going back and forth, shit, I got a bad glare. It'll eventually balance out, but that lets us see ahead of time if there's any changes we have to make, and we can catch trends before they become bigger issues, right? Guys, that's all I have for you right now. Hopefully that made sense. Hopefully you guys got excited about everything we went over today. Like I said, 28-day challenge 2.0, excited. It's definitely going to be a new experience for everybody, and I'm looking forward to seeing how many people get on board with us and give this new one a shot. All right. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your 2024. I will see you in 2025.